Welcome back into 103.3 The Sideline. I am your host, joined as always by my partner in crime, Big Razz. Yeah, and that sound you hear is the sound of my bracket, ladies and gentlemen.
That's your bracket. That's your bracket.
Let me tell you.
We came up with that during the break.
This weekend was a doozy. So many upsets this year, I swear. Yeah, that's right. Today we're going to be spending most of our show talking about a sport we know very little about, and we spent literally no time talking about during the regular season.
You know there's only 24 perfect brackets remaining.
I, as well as 95% of our listening audience, did know that because that stat has been plastered all over the internet for the last 2 days. But thank you for pointing that useless statistic out.
Now, I am not one of those perfect brackets. I think that should be made clear.
No, I can't imagine you are, Big Razz, considering you took your alma mater to go all the way this year.
Go State! Stallions fly high!
Come on, Big Razz. You had to know that they were going to lose at some point.
Come on, nah.
Yes, because we all know stellar guard play and offensive rebounding wins in the tourney, which are just two of the facts that I read about while filling out my bracket this year.
You read before filling out your bracket?
Well, we got this text into our low T text line. Remember, if you have low testosterone, it's time to nut up or shut up. Call for a free consultation today.
Nut up or shut
Now,
up.
this text reads, "My bracket is busted."
See?
A text that neither furthers the conversation nor enhances the show in any way whatsoever. But I still felt the need to bring it to air just to fill up real estate in this show's time slot.
Go State. Stallions fly high.
Now, come on, Big Razz. You of all people should know that you cannot bet against Tom Izzo in the tournament, completely disregarding most of the years when you can and probably should bet against Tom Izzo in the tournament.
Or Coach K.
He retired, Big Razz.
Oh, did he? Why didn't more people talk about this?
They did. Now, you know what? Never mind.
You also can't bet against Jim Boeheim.
Let's get to another text into the low T text line.
Or Jimmy B, as I like to call him.
This text reads, "Big Razz's bracket must be like the pinata from the station tailgate in 2013. You remember that, Big Razz?
Yes. Another text we probably shouldn't have read on air, as it brings up inside jokes that only a small portion of the listening audience understands, but is self-serving to us, the hosts.
And here's one more text. Why are you guys talking about college basketball when you could be breaking down more NFL free agency hypotheticals? Okay, you know what? This is the kind of stuff that really annoys me. I mean, you really think college basketball isn't the most important thing in the sports world right now? I mean, what would ever lead you to believe that? The fact that we spent no more than 2 minutes discussing the sport during the regular season?
I love how people try and tell us how to run our show. You know, it's like we've been doing this for over 30 years. Plus, we get super defensive whenever we hear a critique from the listening audience. Instead of shrugging it off and or taking it to better the show, we instead choose to publicly dunk on the listener. What an idiot. Encouraging others to find that person's Twitter account and online bully them.
You know what? Let's do this. Since we had a lot more real estate in today's show log that we did not prepare ahead of time for, let's open up the phone lines to see how your brackets are doing. Because quite frankly, that is the most riveting content we could come up with between the time of us arriving to the station and the show starting just 5 minutes later.
Wait, you show up 5 minutes early?
And don't forget, even though all of you most definitely will,
why?
Coming up later, we've got any combination of Jay Billis, John Rothstein, Doug Gottlieb, Mark Titus, a local beat writer, and or anyone with the letters CBB in their Twitter handle on to talk some hoops because they're essentially the only pool of people to pull from to talk expertly on this sport.
They're the best and or only at what they do.
But first, let me tell you about my friends at Fred Valley Ford. Now, Fred and his team make the experience of shopping for your next vehicle a slam dunk.
Oh, that was a wet one.